that my bro, yeah. We ain't going nowhere. Got you yelling, oh yeah. You want it, we got it. In order, so yeah. Gotta let you know, yeah. We rock and roll, yeah. Blow for your soul, cause that my bro, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the big guy with the big show, the Lord. Nelson, that is, from Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS network with 5 Royals Entertainment. This week's special guest, Phuket Johnson. Yeah, you shall be entertained. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters worldwide, I once again bring forth an amazing band of talented musicians who have created a sound and vibe that hits your musical senses from every angle. When you have players like these dudes pouring a strong and solid foundation for a vocalist who sings with passion and power with a range that rivals some of the most iconic singers, you know the listen is going to be something special. I am truly honored to have them bless us with their presence to speak about why their ride is the ride for you to ride. Yes, indeed. So without further ado, I welcome for you. Hold on now. I want to say this right. Tell me how to say this name right. How do I say the first part? Because I don't want to fuck it up.
It's Phuket Johnson.
I thought so. The great Phuket Johnson. Yes, indeed, man. So I know it's just 3 of you here. And so if you guys don't mind, would you please introduce yourselves and let us know the role that you play within the band?
How y'all doing? My name is Kanash. I am your bass player.
Please.
Yes, sir. I am in the basement holding it down with the drummer.
Awesome.
Yes, I am Jason Sossman, and I am playing guitar and doing a wee bit of backing vocals nowadays. But I'm happy to play guitar.
Yes, sir.
What's up? I'm Gregory the Voidre. I am the vocalist frontman.
All right. No doubt. So the first question I always like to ask you guys is, where are you guys from?
Charlotte, Queen City.
Closest thing.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody's from Charlotte, North Carolina?
No, not everybody, but the core of the band is, how we built it is in Charlotte. Our first meeting was in Charlotte.
Charlotte.
That's our hub.
Yeah.
So what's the best thing about being from Charlotte, North Carolina?
I don't know about that question. I'll say this much because I was born and raised in Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
It's one of these places where you got to really be honest. That's the best I can give to that, because you can't run around fronting before somebody call you out.
Okay.
So because it's not in Atlanta, it's growing. Right. It don't have that type of culture, but that are from here. I'm talking about the original people. You still got to carry yourself a certain way.
What was that club back in the day? It was over there on Plaza. Yeah, right there in Plaza Midwood.
What, Tremont?
By where Cabo Fish Taco is.
Oh, Fat City.
Yeah, Fat City back in the day.
Yeah.
See, that was a cool venue way back when, and then you ended up having Chop Shop over there. Pretty cool. Of course, Lord knows, Penny from back in the day. Tremont Music Hall.
Tremont.
Yeah. She held down for a long time, and then Dave after her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been she has a lot of those people have a lot of history in the city. Jay Tilliard does Black Box now, but those guys have been around for a long time doing their thing, so we've got a lot of respect for them. And also, Bill from Fozzy is a Charlotte guy back in the day, and so Rich back in the day. So it's really cool to have some Charlotte dudes doing their thing too, and
shout out to Kevin Gill.
Yeah, big shout out to Kevin Gill.
So how would you describe the music scene in Charlotte back then and now? Is it different now? What's the vibe right now?
It's different now because see, Fat City was so important. And the thing about Fat City was they would book bands that actually were doing something new, and it wasn't just a band saying that we're doing something new and wasn't doing it. Like, and you had to, you know, if the people liked it, you know, they'll come and support you on something they never heard before.
Right.
Since that's been gone, to me, the music scene died.
Mm. So you think it died?
And in my opinion, yeah. I mean, because that's where your true art was being done, you know, by people who didn't care about where they went in the music, like in the music realm. Like they in a box. You could go there and hear some music that wasn't in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's always new generations, and you know they feel how they feel about what they're doing. And I'm
of course,
but you know, art is art, and that's art is factual. You know, it wasn't no main staging going on to fix your vocals or the way you play. You know, like what's going on right now, and I can say that because I'm an engineer.
Yes,
you know, a lot of auto-tune right on stage, like. That was unknown back then. You didn't do that.
You definitely didn't do it. Right.
Everybody got mad at Ashley Simpson that one time way back when for, you know, throwing them tapes and everything. That's like just made it. It just happens.
I mean, STEM's been used for a long time, but in the way they're using them now to actually do the job, like I never thought I would see the day where a rapper would be on stage doing karaoke, basically to his own vocal. Like that's
right. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. No doubt. No doubt.
So it's the same thing now with, you know, make you sound real airy and sweet in the studio and then try to recreate that live, but you're really not hitting. Like, to me, that changed, and that's where you can go. It's kind of like Apache, the Apache Club in Atlanta, where you go see real art.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the city was. And to me, when that left, it's just not the same anymore. But that's just my opinion now. Other people may feel different, but you know, I grew up in an era where believing too much in make-believe won't get you nowhere, because at some point reality gonna hit you, man.
Right.
One thing that was cool that I didn't get to see after that went down was I got to see Little John Roberts in the evening news playing with Snarky Puppy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Little John Roberts just absolutely murdered. That was a cool experience because it's a super small room. So it did lose it. It lost an element about itself.
But that's for our age group. Now, I'm saying these,
older now.
These other people, these young kids, man, they may not feel that way, you know.
I hear you, but we're here to get your honest opinion about what's going on, man. Because I feel you on there, man. To get on that stage and recreate what you've done in the studio and to really sound like that. You know, you go back to those old school artists who, when they got on that stage, they put on that show, they sounded just like that record sounded. Right. That's what was beautiful to me, man. It really is. And
that's why I take so much pride in the core of this band, because a lot of times I'll be zoned out, but the guys will tell me, man, it's people out there standing in the audience with their mouth wide open because they can't believe what they're hearing. And that, you know, that's cool in one way, but it's sad in another, because it's like people have dumbed it down so bad with this karaoke that when people hear people really doing it, they be in awe. They don't even know how to accept it somehow.
Right.
I love the organic bands, you know.
Yeah.
And that organic sound.
We're not using stems.
No, it's all
it's all live, baby.
Ain't no man things going on over here.
It's all live. No, I understand it clearly. Indeed. So you guys, I believe, in my perspective, are blessed to have so many different genres incorporated in your music, and you do it so well. So has it made the creative process easy or more difficult for you?
I would say easy.
Right. Everybody got to do what they do. Nobody was like, hey, do this. Everybody just went on it and made it.
If it worked, it worked. Right. If it didn't, it didn't. And we were all open to each other's critiques.
Awesome.
So, you know, if somebody went left, it's like, no, try going right. Or, you know, just give it a slight turn. You know, hold it right there while I'm doing this. Something along those lines. So it was like the ultimate in terms of let's say a little pinch of this, a little pinch of that, not too much of this, not too much of that, but it just worked.
Yes. Now it's great. It's great for you guys to allow each other to have that freedom to operate, to create, because you're all creatives and you're all talented at what you do. And so when you're able to have that open-mindedness, it makes great music. That's what I believe. I believe it does.
So now check this out. I'm glad you said that. So since I met these guys, and Jason been with me since he was 17 years old. Let's be clear about that. I had Jason and Carlos McSwain, the drummer who went on to play with Snoop Dogg. I had both of them at the same time.
Wow.
Carlos 15, Jason 17. Yep.
Yes.
And from the first day of meeting him, I said, yo, man, I put everybody on the copyright. When I got Bill Emmett Black, they were shocked the first meeting I sat them down and said that. Hey, I put everybody on the copyright.
Yes.
Me, I am going to challenge you to stay out of the box. You're no good to the creative process to me if you're going to stay in the box.
Right.
You know, when he got ready to do his solo, he's like, man, I can really do more, but I like the way this feels. Well, do what you feel.
Yes.
That's not my job to tell you. In other words, I'm not going to write your part. If that was the case, I'll come in here with some sheet music and say, here's the money for it. But you know how many musicians go in the studio and don't even think about that they just wrote probably the best part of the song and never got on the copyright or never got paid for it, really? Right.
Now that's handling business the right way. My brother, you know, in the band I'm in now, Plastic Catastrophe with Lord Nelson, Matt and I, we're the same way. You know, I was just like, it's you and I. This is what we're doing here. You know, we don't need any worries about this is going to be this is going to be that. You know, I got nothing but love for him and respect for him. He has the same for me. And I think that's the way it should be. So I applaud you guys in, you know, really doing that thing. So take us on a journey of your production and of how you do what you do. How's it all start off to the end, from the start to the end?
The recording process journey.
Yes.
Man, I would say from my standpoint, every guitar that was on there was, number one, a 6-string guitar. So for this, all over the map, there's a different tuning for each song that's on there, and a different guitar for each song, and the amp choices. And so I was using that as a triple rec. I was using a Swan combo amp. I'm using a Marshall J50 watt with all these old school amps and stuff, and broke out mics and put on some real groove tube mics from back in the day.
Yes.
Way back in the 80s, like the first run they made of those groove tube mics. A friend of mine, actually Chip Coleman from Coleman Music in China Grove, North Carolina. Shout out to you guys, because I've been knowing them since they're 13 years old.
Wow.
And so that's who taught me about tone in terms of guitar and stuff. And you're lucky enough to be a kid and be around Chip. And Eric, them days, you know, all those cats are from right there.
But the actual process, you're never going to believe it. But we know it. I rather know than believe. No, for real, man. We're gonna release later on a documentary. We actually record it. I will give you some nuggets. The drums, man, we actually at our rehearsal spot. It wasn't in the studio.
Really?
The guitar amps, all recorded right here in this house.
Awesome.
Mixed in this. Mastered right here.
Right there. So you guys are doing it. Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. I said it was an analog process in a digital platform. That's why it sounds the way it sounds.
Got you.
So most of the time, whenever I finish a mix, the first thing I do is I send it to my brother Neil Poe. I'm sure you know who that is. The guy who podcast Grammy-winning record, and all the Tyler, the creator. Yeah. So that's normally how that works for me, man. I finish the mix, I send it to him, green light, then I run with it. If he don't, something I need to fix. But most of the time, it's always a green light.
Listen, that's love. So what do you enjoy more, producing or performing?
Performing. I can answer that for you. I can't wait until we have the budget to pay him to do it. I'd rather be on stage.
On the stage, yeah. Well, what about you guys?
Same. Yeah, man. I love both aspects of it. But at the end of the day, I realize that record is a tool to get people to come to your live show and get the time and energy together doing the show. You know, that's the music. So the music is fun to do, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting to that stage and connecting with people.
Okay, so now connecting with the people. Now, would you rather that gigantic audience, stadiums, festivals, or do you like the more intimate shows?
I don't care. It's a show is a show, and people are people. So if they're there to get down, I'm getting down too.
because we treat it like we've always said this. We treat it like you're coming to our rehearsal anyway.
Right. Okay. So
we're gonna do what we do in rehearsal, and so what you see on stage is how we cutting up in rehearsal.
Awesome.
So you just plan to come to rehearsal.
Thanks. Make it fun.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. How you get down the rehearsal room.
Yeah, indeed. And you know what? I think it translates right there to the stage of what you guys do. You can tell when you guys are performing, man. No doubt about it. That's what's up, man. Indeed. So you guys are not chasing the dream. You're living the dream in real time. So how do you silence the negative noise from those who will never understand what music means to you?
So first of all, we're awake. We're not asleep, so that means we're not even dreaming.
That's
first. we're very awake.
Kind of experience right now.
Yeah.
This experience
right now. Not yesterday. We can't do nothing about yesterday.
Right.
And it's not even here yet. So it's about right now, man, and you know, just being open-minded to what's on. I think I said this to you earlier in the week about, you know, giving the middle finger to social engineers.
Right.
You know, who use individuals, man, and target them, you know, to you know, basically conquer them, you know, and conquer them through spirituality, you know, economically. I mean, and, you know, we ain't with that.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, we're just trying to do what we love to do, man, and welcome people to the party.
Yeah, when you said that, man, I was like, no, that's a true statement that he just made right there, because social media, so many things out there trying to sway us this way or move us this way. And I mean, just the amount of information that's out there now is just crazy. You know, if you don't have a solid foundation and a good mental state, man, you can get lost in all that madness, man, because it's
but that's what they want. They want you to be lost because where they can save you, right?
Right.
So, you know, I mean, with that being said, man, I mean, we the real deal. And I have no problem saying I'm not going to apologize for saying it. We're the real deal. So, and it shows in our music.
Right, indeed.
Is you're not going to get us wearing a mask. We don't have to. We can show you exactly who we are. We could talk about subject matters because they're honest. You know?
Yes.
We're not with any allegories. You know, y'all can have that at your little emotional pep rallies. That's what I'm here for. Here for.
Yes, indeed. I love it. I love it. So the landscape of music has changed so much from what we've got to get a record deal to more DIY approach. So with the internet, so what's your perspective on signing with a label or not?
I probably have the most experience with that. So, okay, so, you know, if you sign with a major, you can end up in a lot of different situations. I mean, you hear brothers like Snoop Dogg say, man, I ain't really got paid for none of my records. I make all
right.
You know, that's a hard blow, and that's something you don't want to happen to you. But at least you can say, I'm traveling around the world and I'm working.
100%.
You know, that big push
The machine.
About a big majors, you can get that push. So even if you go your separate ways, you might could get something out of it because we're dealing with crooks, man. You know. So even if it's a small label, you still probably gonna deal with a crook somewhere. It's always somebody trying to take something from you. So they try to take the business.
Yeah.
Whether it's a band or whatever, that's just what crooks do, you know.
Yeah.
And these same crooks, they're the ones that want to become politicians so they can protect themselves from going to jail or whatever it may be. You see what I'm saying? You got dudes up on Wall Street trading on your name right now.
Right. Indeed.
Even though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get in there. I'm just making.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel you. So let me ask this question though: what do you feel is missing in today's music?
Honesty.
Honesty.
Honesty. I'm not picking, and I wouldn't dare call no names because just out of respect that they're still artists.
Mm-hmm.
But when I learned who all was using main stage and people paying $300 and $400 to hear these people, you can't do what you do in the studio. And you got artists who, put in the work and you want their respect too.
Right.
Even with older people at the Grammys to respect you, but you can't really do what you do. And you wonder why you ain't getting what you getting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a certain way about that, man, because if you got a scratchy voice, go out and perform with your scratchy voice.
Right.
They're gonna dig it.
Yeah. You gotta put on that show. You gotta do what you do, man. And like fans, man, they don't care about all that, man. It's like, listen, I spent my money to come see you. You gotta come out here and perform. And that's what we do, man. It's the entertainment business. It's what we do.
Go out there, be the magnet, not the shovel.
No, listen, that's real because I just remember, like, when I first got with Stuck Mojo and I did that first tour that we did a small tour in the States, man, it was the first time that I had really been out there like that. And Rich was like, man, your voice is going to be torn down. He's like, because this is what he always told me. He said, your voice is more like a Ferrari. He said, Bones' voice was more like a dump truck. It's like he could just go, go, go and scream and yell, and it never affected him. That was the genius of Bones also, of course, of his energy. That's my guy, man. I love him so much. And then, so as I'm on tour, man, my throat was so sore. So he was just like, well, you got to stop talking to all the fans. You got to stop doing this and doing that, to save your voice so we can get through it. But I did make it through it, thank God. But it was a rough one, though, man, because my throat was sore like I was like, like you had the flu or something, like you were really sick. It was crazy. But nah, man, I understand
that. Say that. We was in Fayetteville. Mm-hmm. And if it ain't the band stuff, you ain't going to catch me out too fast.
Right.
But we was at this club escape with Nappy Roots.
Mm-hmm.
They said, she was like, I saw you over there, but you didn't say nothing. And he's laughing because he know what time it is.
Right.
He said, but when you got on that stage, it was like another person. And I'm like,
yes. You
can't be talking to all these people, man, and
do what you do, blow your voice out, try to talk to everybody, plus there's that balance because everybody wants to meet and say, hey, it's where, I always try to pick that up more and be a little more social with the people because I'm a social person anyway for the most part.
Yeah. Now, I had to learn that. Yeah.
Doing it too.
Yeah.
Wrap the front with a scarf. That's the key.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you what saved me overseas also. I had all these products that helped me out with my vocals, right? With my voice, getting hoarse at the show, yelling, screaming, and doing all those things. So Zoli from Ectomorph and Joey Severance, who was his manager, his tour manager, came to me and he was like, Lord, hey, listen, this is what you do. You're taking all this other stuff. And Zoli had given me this other stuff to take also. And he said, listen, before the show and after the show, get you a shot glass, take you a lemon, squeeze that lemon juice in there. And then he said, pour some salt in there. And he said, gargle with that, spit it out. That changed my whole world. So no more, I was good. It was just like, man, so I do that now. I don't care what I'm doing. I can just do that and it just soothes it. And a lot of other people will take like a potato chip or something to get the oils off of it and just suck that potato chip for the oils and the salt. and it'll help them out also. So it was a good thing for me. It worked for me. I don't know if it works for everybody, but it worked for me to do it like a straight month of show after show after show, and then I didn't have any more issues, man. So yes, indeed, great thing. So now,
Starbucks get.
Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say again?
I said Starbucks get my money. So I'm always in there getting a medicine ball. Nothing but a citrus mint tea.
I got you, no doubt. No, the tea works well because I had a lot of that too. So let's talk about these 3 amazing songs, man. So I'm gonna talk about them, and then I'll want you guys to tell me your feelings about it and whatever you want to say about it. So they keep flapping their gums. Love it. This song takes me back to the silencing of the negative noise question I asked you a little bit earlier. So how did this song come to be?
It happened, man. We just got in a room one day, and somebody said something. After since 2016, he's like, "Hey, let's make some music." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, cool." Then that's the short story of it. And so I picked this thing up. I hadn't really messed with it since 2016. So I had all this stuff just sitting, so I could get it all back out. I started plugging stuff up, make sure this and that works. And I go, "Oh yeah, my hands still work, cool." And so just started working riffs with this and that. Next thing you know, we're getting together, running through. He brought some things in. Everybody put their own spin on everything that was there, and he tracked it right here and mixed it, mastered it, and popped it out. And we're just super proud of it. Man, he said, he did a great job with it. Really did.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. It's fun to not be on the dime of a studio watching the clock on this hour, so we could try this tone, try that tone, put the real amp on it, put the right sound, and get it organically, not get it all through plug-in. I only had one thing I had to plug in because I needed a Fender vibrato, and I had the real one here from 1968, and something on me, so I had to go in and put one from a digital source for a clean section in this other song. That's what love.
That song, man, is it's basically about energies and the type of energies you don't allow to distract you.
Right.
That's basically what this song is about, because it could be something at work or church, wherever. It's like that's what that song is talking about, because somebody gonna always have something to say, but guess what? If they're not talking about you, you're probably not doing nothing.
Right.
so let them talk.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. No, great song, man. And the whole time that you're saying it, I'm so visual, but the whole time that you guys are talking, I'm listening, and I just hear you they keep on flapping. I just hear it. So I can't help but hear it. I'm crazy like that, but I just hear you singing that, no doubt about it, man. So no.
Well, I mean, the truth is, man, we couldn't start the recording process because I know it's going to come up, so I might as well address it. So Jason and I had split,
right,
for probably about 9 years, but notice I said the number 9. So our old drummer, Rob Wall, he called me up one day and he's like, bro, man, I think, man, you need to just da-da-da. And I wanted to be, man, I'm stern. Like, I ain't going to be moved. You're not going to get it from me quick. Like, but it was never a hatred issue, because, like I said, I've been knowing Jason since he was 17. I spent the night at his parents' house. Like, I know his mom. I know his family. They crazy about me. And it's just like, so, but regardless of what went down or happened, something for me happened for one of my first time was actually just letting some shit go. And the reason why I say it, because it was just a few words he said. When he said this is when I let it go. He said, bro, I realized I was the problem. I said, you know what, man, let's go do what we do. Right. And from that point on, we just went to work. We went back to doing what we do.
Indeed. Now, I can remember you guys having such a great chemistry back then. I remember it. I was like, man, these guys are nice, man. I'm loving what they're doing. No doubt. Just, Jason, you were talking about the bus, man. I just all of that. I'm so visual. I just remember that entire night. I remember us all talking, just having conversation. Listen.
Salisbury, that's all right. Gotcha.
Yeah, we were in Catawba at I can't remember what was the club called.
I don't remember either, man.
Man, wasn't Uncle. It was Uncle something like that. I can't remember, man. But the thing is, let me say this: the older we get, you're talking about wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of like say, like, man, this is a waste of time. What are we doing? What are we mad at? It's no time. We don't have time to play games about silly stuff, trivial stuff. You got to move on, man. And that's just, once again, that's just how I live my life, man. And so,
first of all, the issue is people have to have, communication is everything.
Yes.
If you can look somebody in the eye and communicate with them, usually you can find a mutual land,
Mm-hmm.
within there, and just people got to be willing to do it. We sat down, we talked, we got our shit on the table, and we moved on.
Yeah. Love, man.
It's a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful to go play some music again, because I kind of set it to the side for a while. But it's something I really love,
Of course. So now I'm going to ask you a quick question, though. You don't have to go into deep. So you were with one of your family members doing some things, right? What happened with that?
Oh, my cousin Sam Enriquez.
Yeah,
we were doing we went down the road of like Merle Travis, Tommy Emmanuel, Jerry Reed, Chet Atkins, that kind of stuff, and Brett Mason. They started working acoustic stuff that way. And my cousin Sam is Sam Enriquez is who taught me my Nashville number system and started teaching me to apply things differently.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I would bounce to a dude named Eric Upton, and he would give me an explanation in another way about why stuff worked in a mathematical way.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of both of those cats. And yeah, my family member was Sam Enriquez. He got bit by a spider, and he got really sick.
Wow.
And then over the course of some years, he eventually succumbed to some issues from it, passed away.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Wow.
Man, something about you didn't know, but that was my dude right there.
Yeah. I just remember, you guys doing your thing, so that's why I asked, man. So thank you for that, man. You had to share that, but I appreciate that, man. So back to go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ain't nothing but what's real and what's the truth.
Indeed. So now let's go to What Luck. So this is a ride here with so many of your creative elements displayed amazingly in the song. So you take us to church, man, and the orchestration has that tension and release that is awesome, man. So it's soulful, and then hardcore vocals are so necessary. It's just a beautiful mixture of things, man. Talk to me about this song, man.
So What Luck is once again, like I was saying, is getting away from the allegories, the make believe.
Uh-huh.
As kids, man, we've been prepped to believe in make believe, meaning we don't Goldilocks, Bugs Bunny, like stuff that's not really
right.
When reality kicks you in the ass, you don't know what to do because you've been believing in a make believe system for so long.
Bro.
And so I've never wanted to be nobody's sheep.
Right.
I ain't no dumb. I ain't no ostrich. I don't none of that. And so the song basically trying to inspire people to think,
mm-hmm.
critical thinking, and not allowing man to tell you what is. Like, how many people go to a lecture, whether it's church or whatever it may be, and they never go research for themselves. They just go by what somebody tells them.
Right.
So, when you hear the phrase, what love is it for leaders that people don't think? Well, look where we're at now. You got people don't even realize you fighting over the same bird. You're getting played. But the leaders know this. They know you're not going to think. So it's easy for them to do what they do.
Yes. Yeah. So now, I'm not a big political person, even though Stuck Mojo, they did their political thing. I'm not that political person really like that. But, Matt and I, we did release a song here just, called Live Choice. And so don't really, once again, no politics thing, but just to let it be known that both sides are lying, man. And it's just, it's your live choice. It's which one are you gonna pick to go with this lie or that lie, man. So we made a video and we did our thing and it's just a cool song. But yeah, man, it's I'm just agreeing with you, man. I'm just piggybacking off of what you said, man. It's crazy out there, and there is so much stuff out there now that when you go out there and you look and you pay attention and you do your research, it's like, damn, man. They've been lying to us forever. And they don't really know, man. And listen, my wife and my family, they just look at me now like, this dude is losing his mind. No, I'm in a search for knowledge so much right now, man. You just can't tell me anything.
No, that's what makes me so comfortable in my own skin, because it's like, you're not gonna scare me with death. You're not gonna fear me into not wanting to have knowledge.
Right.
The dumbest things I ever heard in my life, like don't go to the tree of knowledge. Like, why would I not want knowledge?
Right, indeed.
I don't care who get mad about it. Like, that makes no, but they do things like that because they know you're not going to think. You know what I mean? They don't know what the word allegory means. They don't even know what it means.
Yes.
I promise you, it's in their favorite book.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, listen, I'm glad we had this little segment right here. Message, ladies and gentlemen.
Message.
Message, indeed. So, just know that it's another great ride and vibe. Once again, musicianship is love. And the Just Know That chorus is in that perfect pocket for me. And it's another awesome guitar solo. Jason doing your thing. And the drums and the bass on all the songs are incredible, man. You guys did your thing, man. So tell me about Just Know That,
man. I really piggybacked off of Jason's riff on that song. And we actually took the key, and he had to use a different guitar with some bigger strings.
Down there,
yeah, he did that all. So
drop G.
But just know that, man, it's just a fun song, talking about, guns. That's what it's talking about.
Yeah.
And I wrote it as if I'm talking about a woman, because, one thing people don't like to be honest about is their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And one of them has been my entire life is waking up before I can even get started having suicidal thoughts. Some people didn't know that about me, but I struggle with that every day. And so, sometimes, when I do what I do, man, it helped take the edge off to where, that's not my thought process, or, I'll listen to one of my favorite teachers, and so, it's just a fun song. But yeah, but it's a fun song, but it's a message too.
Well, now you just said something, man. You just said suicidal thoughts, man.
Yeah.
Man. Now expound on that, man. I want you to expound on it if you can, if you would like to.
It's not something I want. It's just something I've been dealing with since I was a kid. I don't know why. I love my uncle now. But there was an accident that happened, and I don't know if it stemmed from that. I'm saying, I don't know. I just know I've been dealing with it.
Gotcha.
And I could be on stage rocking, singing quartet. It doesn't matter. I was still dealing with it, and I just kept it to myself because they said, well, it make you look weak. But I found out that it made me stronger when I actually just admit that it's going on.
Talked about it. Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it. Like,
right. You freed yourself. Yourself. Yo, man. So no. Thank you.
I just not deal with it.
Yeah, thank you for that. Because I believe that more people go through that than they talk about, or they allow themselves to let it be known and shown that things go on, man, because we go through a lot of things every day, man. I always say that when you're in your own personal world, like when you're in your house or wherever you are, and you're just doing your thing, but then you get out into the bigger world with everybody, and now you got to deal with everybody. When you're in your house, you're the king of your castle. You do your thing.
Some of the people only had 2 or 3 people in their classroom. You can't leave that part out.
Hey man, like listen, everybody has a story. Everybody is on a journey. Sometimes when I'm just driving, I look over there like, what is going on in that person's world? What could be going on in that person's world? And because everybody has a story, everybody's going somewhere, everybody's doing something. But you have to really control what you have and be the best person that you can be. Jason, like we were saying earlier, is that we've got to take care of us first and foremost. When you take care of you first and foremost, then everything else to me falls in place. So, man, just once again, thank you for that, man. I appreciate you just touching on that a little bit, man. That's real, man. I really do. So,
yeah, mistake.
So you've all been in other bands. What makes this band, Phuket Johnson, special to you?
I hear somebody else say it. Because I'm sitting here.
We were waiting on it. Like, let's see how they're going to pronounce it.
That's why I paused. I meant to ask you early because I said both of I said both ways, but I said I bet you it's Phuket. I said I guarantee it.
The way they can say it in places and not get in trouble.
Yeah,
right.
It's an inside joke to us. We knew, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be funny watching them try to pronounce this.
Right.
Hey man, the band, man, you just got guys that's solid at every post, that's just doing things that's out of the box without being afraid or ashamed.
Yes.
That's why the lyrical content, man, I'm not ashamed to talk about certain things. Like, you probably don't do nothing to me.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, no more. Done that. So just being honest with it, man, that's the fun thing about what we're doing. Like, everybody being honest at their post. I don't dictate what nobody play and vice versa. Like, and that's what makes it fun,
Of course.
Fun. It's powerful.
I listen, I love it. So now, another real question for you. What does success look like to you guys?
You want me? I can answer that real quick.
All right.
Consistently working. Yeah, I mean, all the fame stuff. I mean, man, you can have that. We just want to be able to work. Yeah. So that's why it doesn't matter to us whether it's a small venue or a stadium. At the end of the day, working and getting to act up like we do in rehearsal.
Right.
Now if you want to cut a nice check, go ahead.
No, I got you. No, I love that. I love that. Staying busy and working. I can remember asking Rich that. I was just like, yo, man, what are we going to be touring like, constantly, And he was just like, well, because that was whether I was thinking about moving down to Atlanta and quitting what I was doing, as I call quitting my hobby.
Right.
So, but man, being on that stage, it's like however long it is that you're on there and doing that music that you love and are passionate about, man, that's a high of highs. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I've been straight edge forever. That's what I am. But that high of being on stage is the high that I get. I don't judge anybody else for whatever they do. Do whatever you do. Whatever it is, it's love. But being on that stage is amazing, man. It really, really is.
There's no greater high for I'm gonna say for me. I'm all about you, and then we can get together as a week. But I know for me, I'm more comfortable on stage than I am in my own bed. That's what I was created for. It didn't take long to figure it out at 10 years old. I'm moving. It's what I do.
Indeed.
And I think the reason why we connect is because it's the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
Comes to that, so we respect family, some more than others, but when it comes time to perform, man, that's what it's all about. No, I say that, man, and I
just picture everything, man. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh.
I'm gonna say it because I know there's a kid that's going through it because I went through it.
Right.
Man, as a young Akimilanian, I was just born here.
Mm-hmm.
Black man, young black man at the time, getting in bands or singing in groups, man, and I don't think people know how it feels to see your other bandmates, parents, and family come up to you saying, hey, we love what you're doing. we're glad that our son is involved in what you're doing, you know,
right.
And you know, y'all have fun, but then your parents don't show up.
Mm.
I've dealt with that for so long, and I just take it on the chin. And it don't make me, you know, have a love my parents any less, but that's something that I go through that I know a lot of other people go through, you know, and it's tough. Man, I've been in bands where I've been the only black guy, but their family's there, and it's just me.
What I'm gonna tell you something. One thing that I live by it, man. And I told so many of my family members and friends, I'm like, I don't mind sending you guys stuff. I would love for you to listen to it. I was like, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I said, because you guys see me as that guy I went to high school with, or I grew up with. You know, I'm just that person to you. So I'm not focused on you. I'm focused on those people who show me love that I can reciprocate that love. You know, that's what I want to do. So I'm looking at these people like my friends and family. I'm like, hey, it's all love. You support me, you do. I mean, it's the icing on the cake if you do. But if you don't, I'm not worried about it. Not at all.
You have to grow into that. So someone that's feeling that for the first time, they're not gonna know because ain't nobody there to teach them. Hey man, when I first in the gospel, and my friends that I play with every day, when they saw me on stage, they stopped playing with me, wouldn't talk to me, nothing. Like they just cut me off. I never changed. And so to get the taste of that at a young age, that was
but I'm with you.
But my cousin Reggie, he told me about the same thing that happened to him. And I was like, you know, even though he told me, you can't get ready for that.
Right.
The kids play with every day, and all of a sudden they don't even want to play with you no more. And it's like, okay, so then it makes you want to just stay secluded from everything. Because
definitely a learning process. Yeah. Definitely a learning.
So you grow into, it don't matter what you think. That's not how you're going to think initially, because unless you really have a teacher there with you,
yeah,
you feel that way. You're going to feel like, damn, what did I do?
It's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to hurt. It's going to cut a little bit. There's no doubt. Like, damn, man. You know, I support you and what you do, but everybody's not going to support you like that, man. It's just real. You know, and once again, just like you said, you learn. Yeah. So,
but that goes back to what
I'm sorry.
That's why the lyrics are so honest. That's why the music's so honest, because it's like, we're not gonna be saying nothing. You know? We're not gonna go out and to try to hurt somebody that, you know, that is found or whatever. But at the same time, we're gonna speak the facts. That's important.
No, I got you. So, what makes Phuket Johnson? I gotta say it. I'm sorry. What makes Phuket Johnson a must watch and listen?
It's an awe band. You're gonna be in awe when you see it live.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we do. Like I said, I'm not gonna apologize for that. If it's facts, it's not bragging.
Yeah. That's right.
Every time I go out there, I try to have an experience and a ride and a roller coaster with those people that are out there. No matter how many of them it is, it's a connection.
Yes.
It is spiritual connection between us.
Yes.
Music lets you feel it. And I'm grateful to be part of that.
Come to our rehearsal.
Right. Just having fun together, just putting little seeds of love out there for everybody. That's all.
100%. I love it, and I can feel that passion, man. So what can we expect from Phuket Johnson for the remainder of 2024 and into early 2025?
The goal is to keep releasing singles for the moment until, you know, we feel like we're in the right space to do an album. We're not going to rush it. Probably around about, so we gave them 3. So probably around about February, we'll probably release it.
Okay.
And hopefully this time with, you know, the video at the same time. We're still going to do some videos for the songs we have out now.
Okay.
But, you know, sometimes that stuff takes time with editing, you know.
No doubt. So well, let me ask you this, because you singles. So a lot of us are releasing singles. Do you think that is just the wave right now? It's just what's going on. It's easier because I remember was I talking to Corey Lowry? You know, even though he's with Seether and they're doing the album thing, it's just like when people are releasing these singles, it's like you don't want to give the public everything at one time, because so many people look at it as just disposable. They'll listen to it now and then they're ready to move on to the next thing. So how you guys feel about singles or the album? You kind of talked about it a little bit.
I think you need to do an album when you're serious about the whole entire body of work you're gonna put together.
Okay.
Just wasting time. That whole album is a movie.
Right.
At 20 years from now, you know exactly what year it was, because that's what that album did for you and how it affected, your life. So until as a band you're ready to do that, I think, you just try to focus on quality singles and not of just a bunch of, quantity mess. That that's just my opinion, but
Yeah, and once again, I applaud you guys, doing everything in-house and handling your business, man. This sounds great, man. So great job on that also, man. So getting down to the end of it here, man. So what was the last song you guys listened to?
Today?
Whatever. You tell me.
That's the last song we listened to. We just played it.
And literally, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it on the system here yet. I've heard it online and on files on my phone, but I finally came and heard it where it was mixed. And it's just when you know how it is when you hear something in the studio and you can subs and everything, so you feel it the way you're supposed to feel it. And it was a good feeling to hear it today for the first time that way.
Of course. Yeah. I always like that. I always like to ask that question because see, you guys in the studio doing your thing, so it's yours. But you never know what we're listening to. It could be a country song. It could be some opera joint. I listen to everything. So it's like I like to ask that question to see kind of where your minds are. With the music, because we're creatives and we love music, man. So yeah, I always like to ask that question. So now, last thing, the floor is yours. Please let all these amazing human beings know where they can get in touch with you guys or see you guys or hear you guys, all the links and all those things. Let's give it up for them.
All right. So if you visit www.PhuketJohnson.com, all the links are right there to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So, but also, make sure you sign up for our mailing list because we will be giving away some free giveaways, some merch, different things. And to the business side of things, we are officially open for bookings. So, if you're trying to book the band, you can go right there to the website and put in the information, and the appropriate person to get in touch with.
Indeed. Well, young men, thank you so much for taking the time to spend some time with me. I've really enjoyed this, man. I always enjoy the shows, man. But being that I know you guys, and it's like family, man. We're good, it's all love. So
right.
I really appreciate you guys. You guys have a great sound, a great vibe. I think you guys are going to do great things, and we need to talk, man. Maybe we link up Plastic Catastrophe with Lord Nelson and Phuket Johnson. We get together and do a little tour or something together, man. We gotta make some things happen. It would be great to be on the road with you guys, And of course, you guys headline and just let me get out there and just do my thing a little bit. I'm getting old now, man. See.
Me with a good time, man. Look, man, I'm 43 years old.
Y'all just babies. You're just babies. You're babies.
In 3 years. So I want to, man, I just want to get on stage and have some fun and then go back over here and have some barbecue and then get on a boxing bag and work said barbecue off my plate. and then sit down and be an old man and enjoy, listening to the music that's going on.
Of course.
Hey, but let's set that up though.
Yeah. We definitely have to talk about it. Me and my boy Matt, the magnificent Matt Acevedo. He's such an amazing talent, man, and he's in Texas. So but we're working on something. So the earlier part of next year, man, we're looking to really get out there to do some things. So because we've got so much music, we probably got 4 or 5 albums that we could do, but just trying to do all that. We're constantly working on music. And so, yeah, man, just a great thing. And honestly, I would love to get out there with you guys, man. So we'll talk about it, most definitely.
Oh, man, cool. Shout out too for Billy Gray is putting out Lethal City coming up soon too. So I'm excited to hear that drop. So I've been putting a worm in his ear about trying to squeeze something together too. So maybe that's a good 3-band build and drop to a promoter or something.
Yeah. You know, Keith Neto, you know, used to be my manager, Bo's manager. You know, he knows Billy very, very well. So yeah, man, we'll look into some things, man. Most definitely.
It could be fun having together in the same room telling lies to each other. Everybody loves a good lie. Everybody tells a good lie.
Yes, indeed. Well, once again, man, thank you guys so much, man. It really means a lot, man. I'm so appreciative of it and you, no doubt. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I did this at the beginning because I was just so excited to talk to you guys. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is yours truly, the big guy with the big show, the Lord. Got to pause for effect. Nelson, that is, yes indeed, from Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS network with 5 Royals Entertainment. And the amazing, got to say it 3 times, and the amazing Phuket Johnson! Yes, indeed. Hey, man, appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it, yo. All right, man.
I am the Lord. Nelson, that is.
Turn it up. You're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord, Nelson, that is.